Really didn't want to have to talk about this, but it's just blowing up inside my brain. Like, I have to talk about it. I saved a comment on one of my videos about how I'm a lucky individual. Um, Even if I have a slight form of an illness, this person is stating that some people will never be able to achieve what I have achieved, which is pretty much working in a grocery store. Which is, I mean, I'm not saying it's a small achievement, but it's just here. It is kind of a double standard to assume that I have a slight form of an illness, for one thing, to say that I'm lucky. I'll tell you something. So, for 2 years, I could not even find a job because of the fact that I had a label of illness. The fact is, it took a lot of work for me to be where I am today. I am. This, to call me like a lucky individual, it's like you don't know how much I actually do suffer on a daily basis. Every single day, I have hallucinations, I have delusions. Every single day. Before a work day, for about 2 hours before that, I have panic attacks. I mean, to say that I'm a lucky individual and is, I mean, it's subjective. I mean, you can say that John Nash is a lucky individual, like John Nash from A Beautiful Mind is a lucky individual because he got a Nobel Prize for discovering game theory. Did you not see the struggles? I mean, if anything, that movie did show that he struggled a lot. He struggled on a daily basis, even after taking his medications. He struggled. Like, the fact is, yes, I mean, I may be intelligent, but here's the thing: a lot of people who are not intelligent, at least they have the blinders. They don't understand what they're going through. They don't understand the whole world, the way the world is working right now. I mean, I did mention in a video that I don't talk about like I may be a transgender person, but I'm not a transgender YouTuber because a lot of people who put out videos who are transgender are a bunch of snowflakes. Like, I'm not even gonna hide that fact. Like, I mean, what they pretty much make money by calling out other people, calling out straight people for having a different opinion than them. I mean, one of the most one of the best YouTubers, I think, is actually Ben Shapiro, because I mean, he actually pretty much states true facts. Yes, I disagree with him on subjects, but I mean, it's okay to disagree with somebody. Just agree to disagree. I mean, something that's going on that Joe Biden, like, whom I really did not want to win, and no, I'm not by any means a Trump supporter. I just know that Joe Biden is senile and he's absolute garbage. Biggest idiot Democrats ever nominated. Um, like, he's allowing trans women to compete in women's sports, and pretty much just stating that they face so much discrimination, all yada yada yada. Like, here's the thing: pretty much everybody has faced discrimination to some degree. Some people to more extent than others. Absolutely, I believe that trans women are women, but the fact is they do have an advantage. I mean, born men are generally taller, right? So they do have that advantage. Also, no matter what, like, their testosterone levels are higher than a cis woman's. Like, I actually had a roommate who was 6'8". She absolutely was a woman. I saw her as a woman, but the fact is, if I was a cis woman and competing against, well, I mean, if I was a cis woman and competing against her, like, absolutely, I would have the disadvantage. So, like, I mean, that's a double standard there, right? I mean, the fact that trans YouTubers are saying, "Oh, Joe Biden's so great," that's such a great thing. I mean, think about the whole idea that all lives do matter, and that these women who have worked so hard, these cis women who have worked so hard to just shave off a few tenths of seconds off their times, are now, like, having to realize all that work came to nothing. Like, unfortunately, I didn't want to have to talk about this, but I have to. Like, it's just that one comment can literally spark a whole outrage in my mind. That's how the mind of schizophrenia works. Everything may seem disjointed, but it's not disjointed. And then even just like how, like, with this new world order, which is I'm sort of seeing in this Orwellian world, like, people like Greta Thunberg, I mean, pretty much everything she tweets, I mean, little fangirls or little fanboys, little fan people are, like, saying, "Oh, she's so brilliant, she's so brilliant." What has she done? What has she actually done? If anything, if she didn't have Asperger's, she would not be anywhere. Like, no one would even talk about her. She would be insignificant. But it's only because, I mean, we're in this sort of liberal world where you tell the truth, you're pretty much persecuted. Like, I just don't even know how to process this. This is just like, sorry, this video is such a rant. Like, I mean, this is how my mind processes. I think about a lot of things at once, and it just gets overwhelming. Just like one tiny thing can sort of trigger a whole slew of memories. And the fact is, I do have complex PTSD. Like, I mean, people can say, "Oh, just learn to let it go." You can't let things go when you have complex PTSD. It stays with you forever. I mean, the fact that I can't even get a therapist. I live in Canada, in Alberta, which is pretty much a third world country in a way, because of the way the West has treated us. I mean, the West is treated in Canada. Like, I mean, labs, like, it's Alberta's a very conservative nation, and Canada's become very liberal. I mean, it's just we rely on oil to support us. And I know we should go into other things like copper and all that, but here's the thing. I mean, the fact that we rely on oil, and Joe Biden has destroyed the the Keystone pipeline because our idiot Prime Minister Justin Trudeau refuses to actually try and fight for it. Like, it's just that, like, about 34% of Albertans can't even afford to make a living. The fact that I have a job, yes, that is absolutely lucky, but the fact that I have to suffer just to eat, just before I can even go to work, and suffer even at work, at the way you are treated in this world, it's unbelievable. I mean, yes, I'm sorry. Like, this is a rant, and I'm sorry for it, but it's just, this is how I kind of feel. Like, I mean, I do feel like the whole that we are going through a new world order, and that if you're not left wing, things are destroyed. It's even the whole thing about, like, the misinformation about COVID, the fact that we're saying sanitizer kills the virus. Sanitizer does not kill the virus. It cannot kill the virus. You cannot kill a virus because it's not even, technically speaking, living until it invades your body. The whole thing about mandated masks. Now, I'm not by any means an anti-masker, but here's the thing: masks do not prevent against COVID. Even the best mask that you can get is one of those ones that restrict oxygen, but it still does not prevent against COVID. It protects up to 5 microns. COVID is 3 microns. It can still get in. So I hope this video sort of just shows you a bit of mine with schizophrenia, if it doesn't do anything else. I mean, I know my viewership has gone down completely to 0 views now, but I understand. I mean, I'm not a great YouTuber. I'm just pretty much somebody who just talks in front of a camera and posts it. But anyway, just for any of you who did watch, thanks for watching.